A very good morning, dear viewers. Welcome to this edition of the Breakfast News brought to you by DD News Meghalaya. Before we begin, let's take a look at the headlines. FKJGP MSBTC hold blood donation awareness program in Nongstoin. Kiddies Corner School Choir wins 2 gold medals in Thailand. Parliament passes Taxation and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2026. United States President Donald Trump claims US Navy has 100% control of Strait of Hormuz. Meghalaya joins Har Ghar Tiranga campaign ahead of Independence Day. And now the news in detail. First, the local news. The Federation of Khasi, Jaintia and Garo people, in collaboration with the Meghalaya State Blood Transfusion Council, organized a blood donation awareness program at St. Francis DSCC College and Nongstoin College yesterday. MSBTC and Civil Hospital Nongstoin officials highlighted the importance, benefits and precautions of blood donation while encouraging young people to come forward as voluntary donors and maintain healthy lifestyles.
Snowbody become discreet di rumah di rocks di Vietnam mereka jadi kami ada jumpa jejak berkurang enam minum teh bantai yang kesenang kita pilih dan bukan lepas banyak kebapai kerja minum teh minum sakit bantai smart nama suatu air kesenang jom biru di dokter ini sejak lepas ada yang kesenang ini berpincuan pincu yang kesenang jom biru di dalam kita cek kesenang jom biru yang anak aina sanitasi itu lagi masa bersih kesenang di dokter dicek lokal kesenang dokter.
2 persons were seriously injured after an Alto K10 collided with an A-Star car near Lomsoklod village along the Mairang Shillong Road in east and west Khasi Hills yesterday afternoon. The accident occurred around 1 p.m. reportedly after the Alto driver lost control while travelling at high speed. The injured driver and passenger were shifted to Civil Hospital Mairang, while the A-Star driver escaped unhurt. Police have begun an investigation into the accident. As part of the 80th Independence Day celebrations, the West Garo Hills District Administration organized an inter-school quiz and essay writing competition in Tura. St. Xavier's Higher Secondary School secured first place in the quiz, followed by Don Bosco Higher Secondary School and Government Boys Higher Secondary School. The essay competition saw participation from 40 students. Winners of both competitions will be felicitated during the Independence Day celebration in Macha Kolgre on August 15th.
Team A, we start your clock now, you get 90 seconds from this. We start your clock now, Team A, right, go ahead. Go slow, yes, first one. Which is your first choice? Patogan Sangma, let's see. Yes, it is correct, green. Next. Which is also known as supernuity. Alright.
The Khasi Students' Union Shillong Mingi Circle has demanded the demolition of an alleged unauthorized structure at the CBI campus in Mariangdiang. The KSU submitted a memorandum to Urban Affairs Director P.K. Boro on Monday, alleging that the construction violates the approved building permission. The organization has given the department 1 to 1.5 weeks to act, failing which it warned of protests at the Urban Affairs Office or CBI premises.
Met with the director, we stressed upon many points after we have got the reply from them that the structure of the building of the CBI campus, which is in Maudianggan, was given a permission to construct only a office residential complex. So we stressed the director that he should demolish, point 1, he should demolish that structure, and then he should not alter any permission after that. The CEO, while talking with the CEO has asked for an extra time, telling us that he will be needing to go point-wise to the issues that we have written to them, especially to the Urban Affairs. We have not written anything to the CBI because last time when we went there, the CBI was not in a mood in talking with us, showing their attitude and all. So after that, we got the reply, knowing that the land was allotted by Urban Affairs. So it is our duty bound to pressure the Urban Affairs, knowing that that line would be done.
Kiddies Corner School's choir was welcomed in Shillong yesterday after winning 2 gold medals and a special jury award at the 3rd Thailand International Choral Festival held from August 3rd to 7th. The choir, the only Indian group at the festival, competed in 2 categories and was named the most inspirational choir. With 25 members, the team also showcased Khasi songs and Meghalaya's cultural heritage on the international stage. News across the Northeast. The Indian Ports Association has contributed Rs 5 crore towards flood relief efforts in Assam. Senior officials Sushil Kumar Singh and Vikas Narwale handed over the contribution to Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma in Guwahati yesterday. Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal said the assistance will support relief and rehabilitation efforts for people affected by the floods across the state. The Indian Meteorological Department has issued an orange warning for Himachal Pradesh and East Rajasthan for heavy to very heavy rainfall tomorrow. Heavy rain is also expected at isolated places in Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Chhattisgarh, Gangetic West Bengal, Gujarat, Haryana, Delhi and several other states. The IMD has also forecast isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall over the western Himalayan region during the week. Now the national news. Parliament has passed the Taxation and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2026, with the Rajya Sabha returning it to the Lok Sabha after discussion. Moved by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, the bill amends tax laws to attract investment, strengthen manufacturing, support India's data center ecosystem, and promote diamond trading. Sitharaman also clarified that the bill does not impose any tax or transaction charge on UPI users, while assuring that consumers and small merchants will not have to pay MDR charges on UPI.
What does this amendment do about the UPI? So the Taxation and Other Laws Amendment Bill, as we call this Bill 2026, which has been passed by the Lok Sabha, which is now being discussed here, proposes to amend Section 10A of the Payment and Settlement Systems Act 2007. The amendment is an enabling provision. It does not impose any tax or transaction charge on UPI users. Let this be clear. The enabling provision that we are bringing in today does not impose any tax or transaction charge on UPI users. It enables the government to specify through notification the electronic payment modes that will continue to receive statutory protection against charges. Once the bill is passed in Parliament, the UPI and Services Steering Committee, headed by the National Payments Corporation of India, will consider and decide whether any MDR should be introduced, and if so, its scope and structure.
News across the globe. As India gears up to celebrate its 80th Independence Day, Russian cosmonauts aboard the International Space Station have extended warm greetings to the people of India. Highlighting the strong Indo-Russian partnership in space, they pointed to India's growing self-reliance in the space sector and the Gaganyaan human spaceflight mission, while recalling Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin's historic visit to India. The message also celebrated the Tiranga as a symbol of India's freedom, unity and growing achievements in space.
To cooperation between.
In November 1961, he visited India and said that India is very beautiful from above, but it is even more beautiful on earth. It is special because it is home to true friends. The friendship between our countries has been time-tested, and space exploration is one of the main areas of our cooperation. It started with the launch of the first Indian satellite Aryabhata in 1975 and followed by the flight of the first Indian cosmonaut Rakesh Sharma in 1984. Today, India creates its own main spacecraft, Gaganyaan, and Indian Gaganauts have already been trained at the Yuri Gagarin.
United States President Donald Trump has claimed that the United States Navy currently has 100% control over the strategically important Strait of Hormuz. Trump described the US blockade as an infallible steel wall, saying American forces are deciding which vessels are allowed to pass through the waterway. He said ships are being permitted to enter and leave the strait, but are not allowed to proceed into Iran. Trump's remarks come amid heightened tensions over the strategic waterway, a major route for global energy supplies.
They're not open now. We're taking a lot of ships. It's open now. Look, the only one that has control of the Strait of Hormuz right now is the United States Navy. We have a blockade that's been infallible. It's a steel wall. And we let people in that we want to let in, and those people come in, and they've been coming in and they're going out. So it's actually open now. We do not let them go into Iran. They're not admitted into the strait to go to Iran. But it's open for others. Now, a little bit complex because they will, on occasion, drop a mine, and we find the mines. You know, we've mine swept the entire strait, as you probably maybe heard, maybe you didn't hear. But we control the strait 100%. Now, can they make trouble? Yeah, they can make trouble. But they're broke. They have no money. You know, Iran is broke, totally broke. And they're not paying their soldiers. They have inflation of 300% as of last night. I heard 309%.
At least 47 people were killed and dozens of buildings collapsed after a powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck Western Colombia yesterday. Several people were trapped under debris and many others were injured, while residents as far as the capital, Bogota, evacuated their homes. The epicenter was reported near San Jose del Palmar in the Choco region at a depth of around 66 miles. The tremor was also felt in neighboring Ecuador. As India prepares to celebrate its 80th Independence Day, the Tiranga is set to fly high across the country, symbolizing pride, unity and freedom. Adopted in its present form on July 22, 1947, the flag features the Ashoka Chakra representing truth, righteousness and progress. The flag code was amended in 2021 to allow machine-made and non-khadi flags while restricting their use on items such as handkerchiefs, cushions and clothing worn below the waist. Here's a detailed report.
Hello friends and welcome back to How Well Do You Know Our Tiranga? Video 2. Ready for another round of Tiranga trivia? Let's see how many of these facts surprise you. When was our national flag officially adopted? Take a guess. The Tiranga in its present form was adopted on 22nd July 1947, just weeks before India became independent. Every version of the flag before that tells a story of our freedom struggle, making the Tiranga a powerful symbol of India's journey to independence. Here's the next question. Why does our flag have the Ashoka Chakra instead of the spinning wheel? Did you know this? When the Constituent Assembly adopted the national flag in July 1947, the spinning wheel or charkha was replaced with the Ashoka Chakra, symbolizing truth, righteousness and the continuous movement of life and progress. Here's one that might surprise you. Until 2021, the Indian national flag could only be made from khadi or hand-spun, hand-woven fabric. Using any other material wasn't allowed under the flag code. Khadi flags were traditionally made using cotton, silk or wool. And things changed in 2021. The government of India updated the flag code to allow machine-made flags and the use of other materials like polyester and non-khadi cotton or silk, making the Tiranga more widely available. One last question. Can the Indian national flag be printed on handkerchiefs, cushions, napkins or clothing worn below the waist? The flag code does not allow the national flag to be used on items such as cushions, napkins, handkerchiefs, undergarments or any clothing worn below the waist. It also should not have any lettering or words printed on it. How many of these did you already know? 5 out of 5? 3.5? Or did you learn something new today? If you found this fact interesting, share it with your family and friends. The more we know about our Tiranga, the better we can honor it. Jai Hind.
Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 81%. Rainfall 8.5 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 84%. Rainfall 4.7 millimeters. Meanwhile in Joai, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 27 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 82%. Rainfall 3.4 millimeters. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Joai says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely to occur at many places. Before we wind up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. FKJJP MSBTC hold blood donation awareness program in Nongstoin. Kiddies Corner School Choir wins 2 gold medals in Thailand. Parliament passes Taxation and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2026. US President Donald Trump claims US Navy has 100% control of Strait of Hormuz. Meghalaya joins Har Ghar Tiranga campaign ahead of Independence Day. Thank you for starting your morning with the breakfast news. Don't go anywhere as the Khasi News Bulletin is coming up next. For updates throughout the day, do connect with us on our social media platforms. I'm Dasenika Pirbot. Thanks for watching and have a great day ahead.